April 5th. So Sunday, April 5th, and I take a pregnancy test. So scared. Okay, I don't know, I'm really scared. I'm just nervous because with everything going on right now, it's just, it's a little crazy. Dad's excited though. So let me take this and then see what it looks like. Okay, so here's a really close up. I literally just peed on it. You can kind of see my pee right there. So both are saying positive. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, so they are both positive. Oh my god. Just like freaked out a little bit just because this was really unexpected, but I mean it's okay, it's her baby, so I think I'm just like really emotional. And what I'm scared is like I've been on birth control, so I don't know if the birth control damages the baby or I don't know how long I've been pregnant. So I'm scared, but both of them are positive. Now Fernando knows because of the test that I took yesterday, but he was actually shocked yesterday as well. He was happy, of course. Me on the other hand, I'm freaking out because I just think about everything, you know, and it's overwhelming, but I can't believe it. It's gonna change it. Well, obviously our lives for the better, but I'm so shocked and overwhelmed with feelings that I don't know. I don't know how to react. It's just shocking, I guess. Oh, check in and fill you guys in. Tomorrow, hopefully I can get into my doctor's tomorrow and see what he says. So we'll see and we'll, you know, go over everything. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, okay? Sorry. Today I'm going to be talking about something that's kind of sensitive, and as you probably read in the title, you're probably wondering what happened to the other baby. I'm here to kind of share my story. I was a little hesitant, to be honest with you, to like share this and talk about it and be put out there, but I'm like, you know what, I think it's just time to like just talk about it and just start finding ways to like cope with what happened. So as you can see from the video is me finding out I was pregnant, so just barely pregnant. I didn't know at that point that it was possibly 2, and it was I was very overwhelmed. All of this happened, I found out as soon as I think we were 2 weeks into like quarantine, that we had to stay locked in. So there was a lot going on, and there was like a lot of just like mixed emotions, stress, and I initially first didn't know that I was pregnant. I was just feeling really ill. I was feeling very nauseous. I had a lot of headaches, and it was really, really bad. And I didn't think I was pregnant because I wasn't planning on getting pregnant this early in the year. I talked to my doctor about possibly starting to conceive another baby, maybe like the end of 2020. So, and then also I've been on birth control since my surgery. I had an endometriosis surgery, and what they do is they go out and clean out your uterus and everything like that. And I had that done, and they put me on birth control to help with my endometriosis. So I was on medication, and for a while, not a long time, I was pregnant and still taking my birth control, because they're the pills that you take every day. And I was taking them, and I was starting to feel very ill, and I had my period. I had just had my period, and I don't know, we didn't think that I was pregnant. My husband is the one that he's always wanting to like rule that one out first, and he decided to have me take a pregnancy test. So when I did, and it came out positive, it came back so quick. Like as soon as I peed on it, it didn't even have time to load. That thing was like going positive like right away. It was very solid. There was no faint lines or anything like that. And I honestly freaked out. As you can see in the video, I was very emotional. I was scared, and I was scared not because like I was pregnant and what am I gonna do with their baby. No, I was scared as far as like how, just because being the whole COVID, how it happened, and just it was so like new, and we were barely just got on lockdown. My husband had to stop working, and we were at home. We were stuck at home. I just didn't know how we were gonna do it, you know, with like the world changing and all of this happening so fast. So obviously I started thinking about all that, and I got very emotional on top of like being pregnant. Now, how I came about finding out about the twins, after I took the pregnancy test, I called my doctor. I took the pregnancy test on the weekend, so they weren't open. So on Monday, I called. My doctor had me go to the lab to get blood drawn to kind of like ensure that I was pregnant before he seen me. And so I went to the lab, and I got blood drawn. They drew my blood, and by the next day, I think it was the Tuesday, yeah, it was like the next day, right away they told me, oh, we need you to go back on Friday. We need you to go back on Friday. And I asked, is everything okay? And they told me, yes, everything's fine. We just want to see that your hormone levels go up. And that's all they had told me. I did think it was a little strange, them sending me twice in 1 week to get blood drawn, just because I haven't experienced that with my others. When they did call me back that Tuesday, they did tell me, yes, you're pregnant. So it's for sure that you're pregnant. We just need you to go back on Friday to get more, or to get drawn again. It's going to be the same one. We just want to see your hormone levels go up, or something like that. Something about the levels going up, or seeing the change in the levels. So I did. I went on Friday, got my labs done, and my doctor told me they were going to see me that following Monday. So I have waited the weekend, and sure enough, that Monday I went in and I sat down, and I had to go by myself. I had, like, you know, my mask, I had gloves on, and Fernando couldn't come with me. Obviously, I was already freaking out. I was very emotional already, being pregnant, and knowing that I was pregnant. I was still trying to wrap my mind around being pregnant, and on top of that, I wasn't feeling good. I was having like really bad like morning sickness, and it was really bad. So I get there, and the medical assistant, she told me, oh, okay, yeah, so we got your results, and you are pregnant, but your levels are showing that they're extremely high. Now that means that you're either pregnant with twins, or you're further along in your pregnancy than we think. And I seriously like froze. I seriously like wish I would have like recorded my face, because I probably looked like I was like scared out of my mind, because that's how I felt. I felt scared out of my mind. Like I was like, what? I was in shock. I just stayed quiet, and I just told her, okay. Okay. I just kept saying okay. And then she told me, okay, the doctor's gonna be doing an ultrasound to see what's going on. Just wait for him and we'll see what's going on. You know, we'll see like the baby and everything. My doctor comes in and he's like, hey, what happened? I just seen you, because he had just seen me a few weeks earlier, and yeah, I was on my period and everything. And he was like, oh my gosh, you must have gotten pregnant. I don't know, or maybe you were pregnant the last time you were here. I'm not sure. He goes, your levels are showing, he confirmed again, your levels are showing that they're pretty high, and that means that you're pregnant with twins, or you're really further along. And again, I was just shocked. I was just quiet. I didn't think of recording because with everything going on, I was just so like overwhelmed with like just a bunch of thoughts and like emotion. I was just like scared. I was just scared of just finding out like, you know, what was going on. I was already shocked enough that I was like pregnant, because it was very unexpected pregnancy, and then finding out that it could be possibly 2, I was like, okay, it's a lot to handle all in one day, and then being there by yourself is just kind of like makes it that much like overwhelming. So he did an ultrasound, and sure enough, there was one baby, well, there was 2, but one baby was measuring bigger than the other one, and they were both very small. When I found out, one baby was measuring 6 weeks and 4 days, and the other baby to the side, it was like down at the bottom, was measuring 5 weeks, I think 5 weeks and 5 days. So it was measuring smaller. For the one that was measuring smaller, the doctor couldn't find a heartbeat for that baby. I at the time honestly didn't know like what it meant. He wasn't like referring to the baby, I think, as a baby at the time. They were very cautious of how they were like saying stuff, so I just stayed quiet. I didn't know how to like react to that. He just said, okay, yeah, one baby's measuring this much, and he said this baby has, you know, a heartbeat, let's listen to the heartbeat. And he kept focusing on the baby that obviously had the heartbeat, and the one that was showing up bigger. The other one, he just said, okay, as of right now, I am gonna count your pregnancy as a twin pregnancy, but I want to see you back in 2 weeks, just to see like what's going on and what has happened. But the other baby doesn't have, like, I can't find a heartbeat. Now he said, I don't know if it's too early or what's going on. He kind of made it seem like he was a little bit unsure, but I think thinking about it now, I think he just knew. I think he knew that it was just gonna be that one baby. Now he just said, if you have any bleeding or anything like that, to watch out for that. And it scared me, because I thought, okay, well, if one baby doesn't have a heartbeat, does that mean like the other one is not gonna have it? And I was just like really like nervous about that. So he saw me back in 2 weeks, and I think I have a video. I think at that time I did try to record. I was trying to be more aware and present of what was going on. So I took video, and you just keep hearing him, okay, it's only one, it's only one, it's only one. So I stopped recording, and he just went over like, okay, so it's one baby, this baby has a really strong heartbeat, you know, this baby's doing really, really well. And I asked like what happened to the other baby, you know, and he just said, you know what, it's normal, it happens a lot. The baby was probably just too small, and it just didn't make it. It's nothing that you did, it's nothing that you know, that we could have done anything. It's just like that's just life, that's just natural, it happens. I didn't feel like bad about that. I've never experienced anything like that, so I was just very quiet. I didn't really know like what to ask, you know, or what to say. But he just said, he reassured me because I was worried. I asked him, like, was it something I did? Because I was on, I took, like, you know, birth control when I didn't know that I was pregnant. And he just said, he reassured me that it wasn't anything I did. I mean, I'm not a drinker, I don't smoke or anything like that. I don't do any heavy activities, you know, that would cause me to cause the miscarriage. He just said, you know what, sometimes babies, or sometimes when the babies are that small, for whatever reason, they're just not strong enough to make it through, and it just happens. It's very normal, it's very common. So he just reassured me that it was just nothing that I did. And you know, with that, I really didn't know how to like just move on from that. I kept thinking about it, and I think I was just like in denial, kind of didn't really want to talk about it. I like did get upset for a little bit, because you know, you feel bad when they tell you like, oh, one baby doesn't have a heartbeat, you know, when it like could have been two. But you know, they kept telling me for, you know, maybe for a good reason, this baby, like, you know, because it's what happens. I mean, he said that this baby was just gonna get absorbed to my body, which it had already gotten absorbed, because by the next ultrasound that he did on me, like the other baby wasn't there. So yeah, after that, I didn't think I was that sensitive to this subject, to be honest with you. Not until I kept going to more ultrasounds into different, like, because they send you to different places to get like different measurements for the baby, and they ask you just stuff about your pregnancy. And it just came across that, like, you know, I was pregnant with two, and they just kept referring to the baby as oh, one baby didn't make it, or the baby passed away. It was two, but like now it's one. So it was like, I don't know, just hearing that from like medical people that like were like doing all the measurements and stuff of the current baby made me feel really bad. And honestly, it's a good thing that this whole time I had like a mask on, because I was probably like making crazy crying faces. And I still, to this day, I want to talk about it and I want to share it, because I don't want to forget that experience. It lasted very little for me, but just being able to have that and be able to be part of, like, you know, this pregnancy journey just changes everything. And it just makes you, like, you know, appreciate things a little bit more. Obviously, I love my kids and I appreciate all my kids, and I'm very thankful for my healthy baby that I still have inside of me. But I still have that little baby in my heart, and I think about that baby all the time. And I think about, oh, maybe what if it was twins, you know, like, would have been another girl, it would have been like, you know, a boy. Like, it's just, I don't want to forget that. So that's why I want to have it on here. And I especially don't want to forget how I felt about it. And I think it's going to be the same, just very emotional. Just having the journey of this whole pregnancy and just everything, it's been pretty wild. It's been very emotional. Very emotional. But you know what, it's okay, it's worth it, because I know we're gonna be seeing her soon, and we're gonna be meeting her, and she's just gonna be perfect. She's gonna be perfect, and I will always remember for sure this pregnancy. And catch my breath, because I am getting very emotional, and I don't want to cry too much and make this video long. But yeah, I just wanted to share this part of my pregnancy on here. I know that I can't be the only one that has gone through something like this, so I just want to tell whoever is watching that has a similar story that, you know, you're not alone. And I know it's different for everyone, and everyone can choose to talk about it or to share about it, but just know that like in life things happen for unexplainable reasons, and I like to try to focus on the positive and just try to move forward with a healthy mind, so that way, you know, you can just become and grow from what happened. I will continue to stay positive, and just I every day I am thankful and happy, and I thank God for my baby that I still have inside of me. And I will still continue to post videos. Stay tuned for my videos, and once again, thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.